So we're halfway between Zennor and Gurnard's Head.
Yeah.
We're a long way from Camborne.
Well, we are half an hour-ish.
Are you missing Camborne?
At the moment, no.
You could have joined the Camborne Mafia.
I mean, I could have done, yeah. I don't think I had the kind of like right personality type. In fact, I probably had completely the wrong personality type. Until year 10 maybe. Then I was quite good at doing some Camborne things, but under the radar.
What's the personality profile for someone in the Camborne Mafia?
Well, I mean, I'm wearing quite a lot of full jewellery at the moment, actually, aren't I? Thinking about it, so maybe I am. I think Camborne Mafia being good at fighting, or actually being good at talking about fighting and fights you've had, fights you're gonna have, who you want to fight, who you're gonna fight next, and injuries you've had in fights. I'm not a fighter. I mean, yeah, I used to fight with my sister over clothes that we were going to wear out in Camborne, like when the fair was on and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think I'm hard enough for the Camborne Mafia.
So I did the project Zennor Spirit of Place.
Yes.
Do you think there's legs in Camborne Spirit of Place?
Oh, there's a definite Camborne Spirit of Place. I mean, yeah. I mean, at the same time, it's consistent over the well, since I was like on my 47 this year. So over the years that I've grown up, primarily, in Camborne, give or take only a few years of my life around Camborne, it's remained, there's a consistent theme of kind of like boredom, really, I would say, and ennui.
Ennui?
Yeah, I mean, I think
the Camborne ennui.
Yeah, but also it has evolved as well. This whole
Thank you. You're in the film. That's okay.
Whole new levels of trouble to be had in Camborne. From what I hear, I try to just kind of drive through quite swiftly, but I'm allowed to say these things about Camborne because I'm from Camborne, and at the bottom of my heart, I do actually love it. So, my main book idea, which I did start, was a book of lists, because I am like a prolific and compulsive list maker, as I've told you before about the Virgo stellium in my chart. I can't get away from it, and I was thinking it would be a kind of like along the lines of this much I know about type thing, like the little column they do at the start of the Observer weekend magazine. So it'd be like, I love the number 23, or maybe 11, you can vary it between 23 and 11, like 23 things I know about what not to do as a parent, or like, I don't know, 11 things which you should never say on a night out, or something like that. And I really want to kind of do it across, all areas of life that I think I've had any experience of, and even talk to other people and kind of compile lists. And I want them to be really humorous, but I want them to also be quite useful as well, and also to kind of bring people together, because I think we all do quite odd things that we don't share with other people, and then when we do start sharing them, we realise we've all got this kind of commonality of experience, and it's like, oh god, like I was talking to someone, they're like, what do you do in the house when there's like nobody else there? And they're like, sometimes I like to climb up the stairs on like all fours, like I used to do when I was a child when there's no one else there. And I was like, do you know what, actually I've done that, but only on like the second bit, the turn in my stairs. Or someone was like, do you know what I do? Sometimes, like, if I'm getting changed and I'm putting a wash on, I'll quickly clean round the bathroom taps with like my dirty knickers before I pop them in the wash. I'm like, yeah, kind of done that. So it's like, that making lists of, I don't know, 11 things that everybody does that they'll probably never be honest with you about, or loads of things really. There could be, some pretty useful things maybe, like, I don't know, clothing things, all kinds of things, or like, even like boring, using up food type stuff. But yeah, I think a book of really useful lists that I would like to do that people kind of dip in and out of. I have got another idea as well.
What's that?
Oh, that one's quite secret. I'm sure someone's done it, and you'll probably be able to tell me if someone's done it. But for years, I've had this idea floating around in my head about writing a series of like short stories from the perspective of inanimate objects. Like, I look at pieces of furniture and I think, oh, what could that table tell me? What has happened on that table? What discussions have happened around that table? Where has it been? And I think I would love to do like a little collection of short stories told from, pieces of furniture's perspective. So I just need the time to do this, really. Well, or maybe I need to just stop procrastinating and saying I haven't got the time, one of the two. side, actually, to be fair, is that if you've ever got any chickens, you're protecting the chickens, because if you wee outside, like the foxes will like not come in because of the smell of that. So if you think about it, you're just...
well, they are deterred by male urine.
Yeah, so you're just protecting the poultry, really, aren't you? By doing outside wees. So, yeah. It's a very...
You had a chicken, didn't you?
Yes, but I have had chickens, and I had this pair of silkies, which were given to me by somebody, and they were beautiful, and I called them Sunny and Honey. And I had a favourite, I must admit, which was Honey, and she was lovely. And she got egg bound, and obviously Googled it at the time. I had I think, very young daughter. I was, well, breastfed her for ages anyway, but still, she was very young, and I was trying to massage her so that she was un-egg bound, but it kind of didn't work. And I was just sitting on the floor in the kitchen. I had her on a box in the kitchen, breastfeeding the baby at the same time, and it didn't work. So then I took her to the vet. The vet was really lovely, I have to say, but he just kind of looked at me and said, but people don't really take chickens to the vet. And I said, but she's an animal and she's like poorly. And he said, yeah, but we don't really deal with chickens. We don't really know much about chickens. And I was like, oh, okay. So he kind of gave me the same advice as I'd found out from Google. Obviously I had to kill her in the end because she wasn't going to get better. But I thought that was surprising, really, because I think, well, where do you take chickens when they're poorly then? Because they do say as well, don't they, that if you, like the closest DNA to a dinosaur would be if you got a chicken's DNA, don't they? No, they do. They do. Google it. They do say that they're the closest DNA match. So you'd think they would know a bit more about it. Because they've done loads of like, or just maybe just take it to a paleontologist then and get a bit more information.
Yeah.
I'll do that next time. Well, actually, no, I'm not getting any more chickens, to be fair. Although they were lovely chickens. So,
Did you eat it?
No.
You killed it?
I did. I had to wring her neck. Because it was a response, she was, do you know what I mean? It was awful. It was an awful thing to have to do, but it was the only possible solution. So, yeah, not a nice time. Not a nice time. I took the baby off the boob before I wrung the chicken's neck though.